Gervonta is a champion in recess. That's exactly what the WBA has said. So what we feel is let Schofield fight the next available top contender.
Oscar de la Hoya has officially dropped a massive bombshell regarding the highly anticipated matchup between Gervonta "Tank" Davis and Floyd "Kid" Austin Schofield. De la Hoya revealed that Golden Boy Promotions is seemingly abandoning the fight for the time being, redirecting Schofield's path away from Davis. The promoter pointed to the WBA's recent designation of Gervonta Davis as a champion in recess as the primary determining factor for this sudden shift in strategy. Rather than wasting valuable time waiting for Tank Davis to sort out his current status, Oscar de la Hoya has proposed a proactive alternative route to fast-track Floyd Schofield Jr.
Let us know a little bit about any news.
How would I sit there and say, when he make the phone call, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. That's all we are doing, just wait until we finish dealing with certain circumstances. And then after that's out the way, we keep everything behind and just look forward to the future.
When's the last time you've heard from him? How is he doing?
Oh, he's doing great. You know, he's doing great. His mental's great. Kids great. He just, I would say, living life. Going through what fight. As we sit here and listen to JoJo's story, you know, everybody goes through something. But that's what's going to make them who they're going to be in the future.
Toward boxing superstardom. The new promotional strategy is to let Schofield immediately bypass the Davis drama and step straight into a high-stakes matchup against the next available top-ranked contender in the WBA rankings. De la Hoya expressed an incredibly strong, unwavering belief in Schofield's raw potential, confidently predicting that the young phenom will easily capture championship gold and solidify himself as an absolute force to be reckoned with. By capturing a full
Tank would return, do you think, by the end of the year?
I'm not going to that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to that.
But he's ready to come back.
He always ready to come back. It's just when situations in life that you got to deal with, that you have to deal with. And once that's dealt with,
version of the world title against another top-tier opponent first, Golden Boy Promotions believes they can build massive leverage, making a potential mega fight with Gervonta Davis down the road an even larger commercial success. Beyond the structural issues regarding the WBA's champion in recess ruling, another major roadblock preventing this explosive matchup from coming to fruition is Gervonta Davis's ongoing legal battles and personal issues. During his press statements, Oscar de la Hoya openly acknowledged these external struggles, showing a level of empathy by stating that
Tell us about the status of the Schofield-Tank talks.
Well, first of all, I love the fight. I love the fight for Schofield. I love the fight for Gervonta. Gervonta is one of the best fighters out there today. I love Gervonta. But look, the fact of the matter is, Gervonta is a champion in recess. That's exactly what the WBA has said. So what we feel is let Schofield fight the next available top contender who could be maybe a body. That'll be a terrific fight for the full world title. I believe in Schofield. He will be a force to be reckoned with, a world champion, and maybe down the road we can make that Gervonta fight happen.
Professional fighter inevitably goes through difficult phases in life while trying to navigate personal reality and figure things out. The promoter emphasized that the entire sport of boxing deeply misses having an active, elite superstar like Tank inside the squared circle to entertain the masses. However, de la Hoya remained strictly realistic, concluding that Davis's actual availability to sign a contract for any high-profile fight depends entirely on him taking care of his serious out-of-the-ring problems first.
Floyd Schofield.
Look, I mean, first of all, he has to take care of his issues. And I understand if he does have issues because, look, every fighter goes through issues and problems. And maybe he's trying to figure out life in general. But I do wish him the best. I hope he does figure it out because we do miss him in the ring. And I hope that one day we get Floyd Schofield with Gervonta Davis.
Providing a highly anticipated update from inside Tank's inner circle, head trainer Calvin Ford recently broke his silence to reassure anxious fans about the superstar's current state of mind and ultimate plans. Ford explained that Davis is doing absolutely fantastic mentally, living his life to the fullest, and focusing heavily on his children while navigating certain complex behind-the-scenes matters. The veteran trainer firmly denied any rumors suggesting that the extended layoff is due to a lack of physical readiness or gym motivation, insisting that Tank stays perpetually prepared to compete against anyone. According to Ford, they are intentionally refusing to rush the process.
Schofield Jr. tweeted, "Tank lived up to his words. I will never fight that kid. I've been telling all of you for 3 years now about these guys. After Lucas, we would like to run it back with Shakur Stevenson, Mr. Smoke, and Mirrors himself. These champions know the truth about Kid and are very full of fear. It's a reason they are scared to get in the ring."
But the absolute second Davis decides to make that final phone call, it will be an immediate wrap for the rest of the division as all focus shifts entirely to the next dominant chapter of his career. Reacting with immense frustration and anger to the news of the fight falling through, Floyd Schofield Jr. took to his social media platforms to launch a series of relentless attacks against Gervonta Davis, claiming that Tank completely lived up to his word of never entering the ring with him. Schofield Jr. proudly reminded the boxing community that he has been loudly warning everyone for over 3 years about the true nature of these elite champions, explicitly.
Sometimes it take a loss to make you great. So for Kid, I don't care. He gonna get back up, we'll fight another time, and he'll be better. You know, but this one, I think we're gonna beat Tank, y'all. I don't care what anybody say. I really believe we're gonna beat Tank, y'all. I ain't selling y'all wolf tickets. I believe Kid is gonna stop Tank before the 7th round. So if y'all wanna believe, put money on the knockout, and y'all gonna make a lot of money. We know something about Tank y'all don't know. But I ain't gonna give it out because it's part of the game plan. But we know something y'all don't know. Tank know we know. But let's see if he'll take the fight.
Accusing them of being utterly terrified of what he brings to the table. The young contender asserted that the hesitation from the top dog stems purely from the fact that they recognize the extreme threat he poses to their undefeated records. He further announced that if the Davis fight is truly dead, he wants to immediately run it back with Shakur Stevenson, whom he labeled as Mr. Smoke and Mirrors, to expose him to the world. Despite the official shift in promotional direction, the fighter's father and trainer.
Y'all can't sit there and act like he's an A-level fighter. I'm not saying he's not a good fighter. So y'all get y'all panties out. Y'all little sensitive ones. I never said he wasn't a good fighter. I said he's not A-level. And I never said nothing about a loss don't make you an A-level fighter. All the A-level fighters got losses. To tell you the truth, look at all the great ones in history. Every one of them got losses. Sugar Ray Robinson, Sugar Ray Leonard, Willie Pep, Henry Armstrong. Go down the list of all the greatest ones. All got losses. So, not a loss. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all with my son fighting Tank. Nobody give a loss. You got to gain the experience. So, no, he's not A-level because he don't have the experience from A-level fighters. You cannot... Man, these niggas retarded. I'm not going to keep wasting my energy on that. Come on now. They should know what an A-level fighter is by now.
Trainer, Floyd Schofield Sr., remains completely unbothered and utterly adamant about securing a future showdown with Gervonta Davis. In a fiercely confident interview, Schofield Sr. went as far as to issue a bold, guaranteed prediction, stating that his son will definitively stop and knock out Tank Davis before the conclusion of the 7th round. He went on to urge boxing fans and sports bettors around the globe to wager serious money on a knockout victory, calling it an absolute guarantee to make a profit.
I got a couple calls. Like, he ain't like when you said that. He ain't like when you said it was gonna be a good fight. But this is why I think it's a good fight. He got that young dumb energy. Schofield. He got that young dumb energy. Not calling him dumb. What I'm saying is, he just gonna do what he told and he gonna go. He gonna go. And he's strong. He be working. You know what I'm saying? Tank is the old vet now. Not old like old. He vet. I've been doing this for him. You know what I'm saying? Tank, when he fight, I think a lot of it is based off of his mood. His mood. If he really into it, he could look really talented that night. If he's not interested, 100%, he could look dull. He could look normal. People don't like that, but that's really the truth.
Senior mysteriously claimed that their training camp possesses highly specific, top-secret inside knowledge regarding Tank's physical weaknesses and mental habits that the general public knows absolutely nothing about, which forms the lethal core of their strategic game plan. Floyd Schofield Sr. did not stop at targeting Tank Davis. He also utilized his media platform to aggressively dismantle and dismiss Shakur Stevenson's standing as a consensus elite, pound-for-pound fighter. Senior argued that Stevenson's high reputation has been built almost entirely on media hype and his close personal
back, and you know he's back because he's just busting his knuckles on X, sending all these X posts and going at Shakur Stevenson. We gotta talk
association with retired boxing legends like Andre Ward, rather than a truly definitive resume inside the ring. He firmly stated that until Stevenson steps up and cleanly defeats top-tier, dangerous opposition, he cannot be classified as an A-level fighter. Defending his son's aggressive matchmaking approach, Senior pointed out that boxing legends like Sugar Ray Robinson, Sugar Ray Leonard, and Willie Pep all suffered losses, proving that a defeat does not ruin greatness, but rather provides the raw experience his son is willing to gain.
Gervonta tweeted, "He fake an injury when they was coming down to spare me. I done hurt him a couple of times in sparring. I had Richardson out on his feet before in my boxing gym, on baby Fank." To which Shakur replied, "Damn if you care about dude, why you lying? You ain't ever hurt me." Tank further escalated
highly
this
respected
feud
boxing
by vowing
insider
to reveal
Greg
the
Hackett
truth
offered a
about him. He
fascinating,
lashed
deep
out at
dive
Shakur,
analytical
social
perspective on a
media,
potential
and
stylistic
critics,
clash
making it
between
clear that he
Gervonta Davis
intends
and
to
Floyd
expose what he
Schofield,
believes is the real
characterizing it as a highly
Stevenson. The
volatile
outburst
mix of
followed Shakur's
generations.
response to previous
Hackett
claims,
described
where he
Schofield
pointed
as
out
a
the
young,
difference in
hungry
their
powerhouse
approaches
who
and
possesses
labeled
what he
Tank's
calls
tactics
young
as
dumb
beneath
energy.
him. However, Gervonta refused
Clarifying
to back
that he
down,
doesn't mean the
standing
fighter
firm in
lacks
his assertion that
intelligence, but
Stevenson
rather
is
that he
not
has a
what he appears
fearless,
to
raw
be.
strength and a
The
relentless
exchange
willingness
further
to execute his
intensified the
trainer's
online tension
instructions
between the
without
two
an ounce of
fighters.
hesitation.
In response to Shakur's tweet, Tank wrote, "Fuck him, fuck social media, bitch. I'm exposing the real sucker."
Hesitation or self-doubt. On the flip side, Hackett labeled Tank Davis as the highly experienced, seasoned veteran whose actual performance inside the ring depends heavily on his personal mood and motivation on fight night. He noted that while a fully engaged Tank looks completely brilliant, a bored or disinterested Davis can easily look flat and surprisingly normal. Adding an extra layer of chaotic drama to the lightweight landscape, boxing
Shakur tweeted, "You understand I don't need a right? Like if you never fight me, so I will still make a ton of money. And all that mom played out, you far you could fool the public. But Lamont showed how much of a you really are, knee Tank."
Commentators have confirmed that Gervonta Davis has officially resurfaced on X under a verified burner account using the alias Jiminy. Tank immediately used the digital platform to launch an incredibly personal and aggressive assault against his longtime rival Shakur Stevenson, accusing him of faking a serious injury in the past to intentionally duck a scheduled sparring session. Davis claimed that he had thoroughly handled Stevenson during their previous gym encounters, stating that he had hurt him multiple times and left him completely out on his feet before his coaching staff could intervene. This unexpected digital outburst has signaled to the entire sports world that
Gervonta Tank Davis. But I don't think Shakur Stevenson would be Gervonta Tank Davis's first fight back. He probably should fight like a Gary Russell or something at 140 because he's going to be stripped at 135.
I know for the longest time you've been wanting the Shakur Stevenson fight. You know, as more time goes on,
it's going to happen.
Yeah,
I always sit there and say, fight's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Because it's when everything line up, everybody's situated. They're going to make it happen. They're going to make it do what it do when it's time to do it.
And if Keyshawn Davis say, man, forget it. Listen, y'all want Shakur, you don't want me. And obviously the bag is a big bag because y'all remember Bill Haney putting up that post saying $100 million deal. I think that deal has something to do with Shakur Stevenson, which is why Debo wants to fight Shakur Stevenson badly. $100 million, let's get it.
Shakur Stevenson wasted absolutely no time in firing back at Davis's intense sparring allegations, publicly calling him an outright liar and dismissing Tank's aggressive internet antics as outdated cowardice, while using Lamont Roach's competitive performance against Davis as definitive proof that the champion is highly vulnerable. Amidst this incredibly toxic and chaotic promotional backdrop, boxing analysts are strongly suggesting that Tank may ultimately be stripped of his remaining 135-pound titles due to inactivity.
Me, I'm going Tank. I believe Tank will win that. I believe that he just got to get his head focused. I believe the best Tank, the best version of Tank, I don't think nobody beats him in his weight class, but it would definitely be a very good chess match. Shakur Stevenson is a great defensive wizard, a great fighter, great technical fighter with great distance and timing. Very smart IQ. He has so much, just untapped potential that he's tapped into. It'll definitely be a back and forth fight for sure. I think Tank will edge it out from probably pressure and probably landed punches or something, or he might land something. But regardless, even if I don't really know Shakur personally like that. I've met him a few times, just being in gyms. But I have to go with the home team. I'm loyal to the bone.
Which would likely force his return to take place at the 140-pound junior welterweight limit against a fresh opponent like Gary Russell. With hundreds of millions of dollars, historic legacies, and immense personal pride hanging in the balance, this brewing lightweight civil war has officially transformed into an absolute powder keg of pure tension. Floyd Schofield Sr. did not stop at targeting Tank Davis. He also utilized his media platform to aggressively dismantle and dismiss Shakur Stevenson's standing as a consensus elite, pound-for-pound fighter. Senior argued that Stevenson's high reputation has been built almost entirely on media hype and his close personal association with retired boxing legends like Andre Ward, rather than a truly definitive resume inside the ring. He firmly stated that until Stevenson steps up and cleanly defeats top-tier, dangerous opposition, he cannot be classified as an A-level fighter. Defending his son's aggressive matchmaking approach, Senior pointed out that boxing legends like Sugar Ray Robinson, Sugar Ray Leonard, and Willie Pep all suffered losses, proving that a defeat does not ruin greatness, but rather provides the raw experience his son is willing to gain. Oscar de la Hoya has officially dropped a massive bombshell regarding the highly anticipated matchup between Gervonta Tank Davis and Floyd Kid Austin Schofield. De la Hoya revealed that Golden Boy Promotions is seemingly abandoning the fight for the time being, redirecting Schofield's path away from Davis. The promoter pointed to the WBA's recent designation of Gervonta Davis as a champion.